Holy Cross men's basketball media today here from McKenna Arena. Glad to be joined here by Ryan Cartaino. Ryan, first of all, I know this is an opportunity for you to kind of expand on your legacy here at Holy Cross College. Making the decision to come here, it's not one for the light of heart, is it, to play for Coach Mike McBride? He is demanding, but a very successful coach. So talk about the decision, and has it been worth your while?
Yeah, definitely. It has been worth my while. One of the main reasons I really wanted to come here was because kind of the track record that Holy Cross has had and the success. And I wanted to be a part of that. And to be honest, Coach McBride is demanding, but he really brings out the best of you.
I know we talked with Bo Ludwig here earlier today. Bo has been a kid who we've watched kind of grow up, and you've kind of fit into that same mold with him. Kind of give us an idea when you look at a guy like Bo, who's been here really since Mike really kind of set the tone with him and say, hey, listen, you're going to be a leader. He was called on to be a leader. He stepped up. Are you in that role right now? Do you think with where you're at in your development, are you there?
Yeah, definitely. Kind of all the seniors have been taking on a big leadership role. We've had some individual meetings, and that's something that's really been emphasized this year is that we need to take on a bigger role and kind of set the tone, because we do have a lot of younger guys. Kind of show them the way that things go and that we've been doing it.
Well, I know one thing that my favorite part about is being through some of the walkthroughs and being at practice. One of my favorite things is when Mike asks for something, everybody on the team repeats what he just said to make sure everybody's clear and that they heard what Mike said. It's such a unique dynamic in practice. Can you speak to make sure that the communication between the head coach and the student athlete is at a premium the way Mike expects?
Yeah, I mean that kind of goes back to why we call it echoing. It's just because everything he says, we want to make sure that in a loud gym, everyone is on the same page. So when one person hears it, we all gotta make sure everyone else hears it as well.
When you look at the basketball team from a record standpoint last year, subpar by Holy Cross standards, Mike would agree with that. But it was a team that struggled. But, once again, you're coming into this year with a great new optimism. 10 new student athletes. What can you learn from last year's struggles that will parlay into this year's successes?
Yeah, we just have almost a completely new team. I know we got a lot of guys returning, but kind of the makeup of our team is a lot different. We're a lot bigger. We're a lot more athletic, and that's kind of something we struggled with at times, especially our depth last year. So we're going to kind of take it, take what we learned from last year and, try to have a better year.
When you look at the CCAC, there's not a lot of margin for error. So you've got to put your big boy pants on and play at the highest level. Kind of give us a flyover of what you think of the CCAC.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a really strong conference. There's a lot of good teams and there's a lot of teams. So every night, regardless of if it's a team at the top of the conference or the bottom of the conference, it's going to be a quality game, and you're going to have to play your hardest.
When you look at some of the coaches and some of the athletes that are in that league, they're going to challenge you to play at the highest level. Have you looked over the schedule and say, hey, listen, we got to keep an eye on so-and-so, we got to keep an eye on so-and-so? Or are you just worried about the next opponent? Is that the coach speak that way? Is that what he's going to want you to say here?
We handle everyone basically the same. Something that we have kind of talked about is that, in the first 30 days of the season, we have 10 games, and
wow.
I believe 5 of those are conference. So it's definitely picking up real quick, and so that's something we've been really focusing on is just there's really no room for error at this point because we are playing that many games that quickly.
6.5 points a game last year and a couple rebounds per game. If you look at the landscape of your roster with 10 new guys coming in, are we going to see more from Ryan to score more, rebound more, maybe a facilitator of the basketball? What are we going to see from you this year?
Yeah, I think probably the main thing will be more of the facilitator. I think we have a lot more guys and there's a lot more depth, so there is more opportunities for other people scoring and kind of getting more of a balanced scoring. So I think the main role will be more of the facilitator.
When you look at leaving Holy Cross College here at Notre Dame to go out into the real world, to become an employee or a business owner, whatever your goals may be? What are some things that are on the horizon for you?
Yeah, so the thing I'm really looking for after Holy Cross is to get into real estate. So I have started that already, and I'm going to continue to do that after I graduate.
Ryan Cartaino, our special guest here on Holy Cross College men's and women's basketball media day. Ryan, best of luck today, buddy.
Thank you.